Hi guys, it's been a hot minute since I have actually been in the kitchen to show any kind of cooking video or anything. Today's video, oh, by the way, I'm Sarah, otherwise known as Sara Says Hi here on YouTube, and I follow a ketogenic diet along with alternate day fasting. And today I am doing this video and the company doesn't even know that I'm putting out this video. So FoodyLabs sent me this beautiful carbon steel wok. I'm so excited to use it. It comes with a ring. Now I have an electric stove and all the instructions I've seen online for seasoning the carbon steel pans and carbon steel woks is that they're doing it on the gas stove, putting it right directly on the flame. Since I don't have that option, I'm going to season it as I would my carbon steel frying pans, which I do have one on the stove back there right now. I use that one all the time. So I figure I'm going to season it the same way. I haven't asked FoodyLabs if they recommend putting it in the oven. I'm assuming since the handles and stuff is screwed onto the wood that I don't have to worry about the glue or something coming off on the handle and the handle coming off. So we're going to try seasoning it in the oven. So what I did first was I just washed it with soap and a scouring pad, the Brillo pads, whatever they call them, the metal steel pads. That is how they recommend doing the first cleaning to get all of the manufacturer gunk that's on the outside of the pan off. I'm going to put it now into the oven. I have my oven heated to 420 degrees and I'm just going to let it sit there and watch for it to turn a golden brown color. Once it does that, then I'm going to pull it out of the oven and then I will go ahead and season it with probably avocado oil. And then I'm going to put it back in the oven and let it again cook off that oil. And then it should be seasoned and we can move on with the recipe that I'm going to be making for the very first time in this pan. So I was trying to find a good keto stir fry recipe that I could use that does not have a lot of vegetables. I consider myself more ketovore, which means I'm not eating hardly any vegetables. So this is a recipe by Low Carb Yum, and it's called Pepper Steak Low Carb Beef Stir Fry. So that's what it looks like. And that's what we're gonna be making after our pan is seasoned. We'll put it in and I'll pull it out and tell you how long it's been in the oven. So I will be back after we do the first part of the seasoning. Guess what, guys? My microphone was not turned on for this portion. So I'm just going to tell you that I did have it in the oven for 20 minutes. It did not turn a dark golden color as I expected it to. So now here I'm going to try putting it on the electric stove for the second portion of the seasoning. And for this, I am adding just a little bit of avocado oil, and you'll see me grab a pair of tongs with a paper towel. And I'm just going to gently kind of smear the oil about. And I have the electric burner on high heat, like very high heat. And I'm just going to set the pan and just let it sit for a few seconds or so on one edge of the pan. And then I kind of rotate it around and you'll see it start to get these really dark burn colors on the pan. And you just want to keep on rotating it around until like the whole bottom of the pan turns a golden brown. This is very, very hot being next to this high heat burner. So just be very careful when you do this. Now this is not perfect and beautiful, but it did the job. I hope that I went ahead and seasoned the pan right. I have no idea. I did the best I could with an electric skillet. So let me just show you what it looks like now. So it's cooled off now. Definitely not as shiny and metal color as when I first got it. So I'm going to put it back on the stove even though it's not on yet. Okay, so I'm not going to tell you the exact measurements. This is not my recipe, but I will put a link for it down below. So we have some New York sirloin, and this actually is a little bit over a pound. The recipe only calls for a pound, so I'm adding just a little bit more of some of the items here just to make it fit for my purpose today. And then I have some green bell peppers cut into strips. I have some onion chopped. I have some sliced mushrooms, and these are already washed. And then we're going to be using sesame oil. It says you can use sesame oil or avocado oil. I just think sesame oil tastes the best whenever you're making any kind of Asian stir fry or whatever. Garlic, crushed garlic in the jar. Some soy sauce, and this is just regular organic soy sauce. This is some beef broth. This is the Better Than Bouillon beef broth. And then I have some xanthan gum, and then I have my xanthan gum here again in case I need some more. So I need to heat the pan, and I'm going to slice up my New York strip. So what I'm gonna do first is throw in my oil into the skillet, and then I'll add the beef and the garlic. So let me just chop up or slice up my beef here. You can watch my wannabe chopping skills. My niece got me this knife for Christmas. It's been on my Christmas list for 2 years, and I finally got it, so I'm really happy about it. And it's super sharp and cuts like butter through these things. Let's see how it does with my steak here. And it says to cut it in strips, and I don't even know if I'm cutting it the right way, wrong way. Which way is the grain? It just said cut into thin strips, so I'm trying to cut them really thin. Okay, so there is my meat all cut up. The burner is on medium-high heat, and it feels pretty warm, so I'm gonna go ahead and add my oil. Okay, and then we're gonna add the beef. And garlic. Okay, so it says cook until browned, and then it says to add some salt and pepper. So I'm just gonna add some real salt. It said some salt and pepper to taste, so I don't know how much that means. And then we're gonna put some pepper. Okay, and then I'm going to take the meat out and leave the juice in here to cook the vegetables in. Okay, and I'm gonna turn that back down. And some onion, mushrooms, broth, soy sauce, and some xanthan gum. Okay guys, so we are done making our dish. It looks amazing. I'm not even gonna serve it up in a plate, but let me just show you again in case you want a close-up look of it. Delicious looking, right? Like, it's very low carb too. I think the recipe said it was only like 4 grams. Okay, so now I am going to taste test this. That's really good. I want to thank FoodyLabs for sending me this beautiful wok. I really appreciate testing it out. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you don't have a wok, you know, maybe consider checking them out. It's a carbon steel wok. It's very nice quality. The handle doesn't feel loose or anything, even after putting it in the oven. So I'm really happy with this pan. I'm sure the cleanup will be pretty easy. Nothing has stuck to the pan. As it was cooking, it wasn't even sticking. So I did season it properly. Anyhow, so thank you so much for watching this video. I know I haven't done a cooking video in a long time. Again, the recipe will be down below. This is not my recipe. And yeah, so thank you so much for watching. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're not yet subscribed, go ahead and hit the subscribe button down below. And when you do, don't forget to hit the little bell icon, and that'll notify you every time that I've uploaded a new video. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.